clock is still not a factor with 9:43 left to go in this contest.
Yep, Turnell promise. So if it's not one promise, it's the other promise.
Second down, 8 yards to go, 9:32 left, 17-10. You score. Hammond High in the lead here in Eunice.
Look right here if they have to go the passing situation for the draw. That's been their most successful play tonight.
VG. A little misdirection to the near side. Number 2, Reed, and he's popped a little
That's
short
close to
of
the
first down. Yeah, that'll bring up 3rd and short. Eunice has been able to move the football in increments of 5 and 6 yards pretty easy on the Tornadoes at times. This quarterback, the senior, VG, showing a lot of poise because he is being peppered every time he attempts to throw the football. 3rd and very short.
Well, if there's ever a time to throw the football, this is it. I don't know if they'll do it.
Hammond High with a 4-man line. They're giving up the middle, playing the outside. VG under center, quarterback sneak, first down. And you notice when the linebacker split out there, he changed that at the line of scrimmage. He just kept it himself. So the linebackers moved out and gave him the middle. First down, 10 yards to go, 8:28. And like they say, it doesn't get any better than this. It was good football games.
This is a great football game. The Tornadoes here have been, it's a game of high and lows right here. They just need to try to get themselves to have a chance to win it either at the end or stay ahead and make a big stop.
45-yard line is where they'll have it. First down and 10. Same setup again. Misdirection to the near side. That's number 2, Reed, and number 2, Reed catches the number 3 bus, and he's stopped for about line of scrimmage.
Might have lost one. Rock West right there on a nice. It depends on where they marked the ball. Looks like he got a yard. Rock West there with a nice stop. Let's say right at the line of scrimmage. But that time they ran the same play that they picked up 9 yards on before.
The Charlie McClendon theory of offense. If it works once, let's do it again. From the 45.
And again and again.
And again and again. One receiver to the near side, bottom of your picture. They shift them once again. VG on the misdirection to Reed. Reed trying it again, and Reed this time will pick up a couple. So the 3rd time in a row, the same offensive play.
Yeah, and Rashawn West had a shot at him at about the line of scrimmage and missed the tackle, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5. And again, here with Eunice, they're going to be in 2-down territory. You won't see them punt. It looks like they have a sense of urgency right here. With this much time left, they feel like at that field position, they need to score here. They don't want to have to throw the ball late in the game to try to get the tie and score.
No, they're not going to throw late in the game because they'll just put everybody deep, and they won't let them long.
3rd and a long 5, we'll say.
Very long 5. So if Tornadoes can come up with a no gain here, that'll put them in pretty good position to take the ball back. Brock Williams will be playing man-to-man coverage to the high side on the receiver up there. VG calls for the football. Draw play up the middle. Nowhere.
And that
Reggie Promise.
Big Reggie Promise. Austin, number 35, Archie McGarry, excuse me, with a nice stop. And he might have got a half a yard.
So 4th and 5 with 6:29 left to go. You're in 4-down territory here because you're under 7 minutes, and you're not going to throw long against this Hammond High football team.
Yeah, big decision here for Eunice. Looks like they are going to go for it, but possibly you might want to think about
the quarterback.
Hammond deep.
The punter wants to is going on the field. The quarterback right there, VG, pushes him back and says, "No, we're going."
Well, this is your game. You go nowhere but home after this one if you lose.
And they're going to call timeout and talk about it. Well, if they do stop the Tornadoes, they'll get a chance to get the ball back once again. So
they'd run the clock down to 1.
But I'll tell you what, right there, Tornadoes doing a better job of staying home on this wing tee, not getting fooled, and not over-pursuing to the ball, we should say, right there. And it was just a good example right there on the draw because they hadn't stopped that all night.
One big advantage for Hammond High, if Butch Leo's shootout in the middle of the field, a guy named Wilfred Steptoe, he'll walk into that huddle as calm as he can be. He doesn't get excited. He doesn't yell and scream, but maybe a little bit. But he's very calm. He knows what he's doing when he gets there.
And those of us who have been at Hammond High know when Coach Steptoe talks, you listen.
Everybody listens. In his history class, you listen. No matter what he said, you listen.
So Step,
he was really smart, and B was a lot bigger than everybody.
That's right. So Step will amber off the field. 4th down and 5, and you can he said, stay at home, boys, do your job. VG will go with the long count to try to draw him off. I don't know if that'll get him to first. It'll get him close.
They're still getting men on and off the field. They're a little confused here. I don't understand it. They just start the play clock.
They just started the play clock. VG looks it over. Quick snap. Quick in route. Brock Williams. No way he catches that. No way he runs to the football.
Not with Brock on him. He's giving him that butt and pushing him out of bounds with that butt. Great man-to-man coverage.
Brock Williams gave him a foot to run in.
I don't understand that offensive call.
Well, Brock Williams came up and really forced him and hit him at the line of scrimmage in the bump zone, which you can do, and the guy never got off the line of scrimmage, and it was a timing play, so never had a chance all night.
Great defense by Brock Williams. I tell you what, when he turned him to the outside, that young man didn't have but maybe 1 foot to run before he was out of bounds.
The Tornadoes need to put some points on the board and eat up some clock here. Not as much as the points, as they need to eat up some clock.
They need to eat up some clock. The ball is down on the ground. The clock is running. Alvin Lee with one receiver to the near side. Yates. Tyrone Smith up the middle. Tyrone not getting much. I'll tell you, I don't know what this number 67 is on the offensive line. Webb Anderson just cleaned somebody's clock. I mean, they will be looking at the film on that here in Eunice to find out who hit that young man.
I'll tell you what, you see the guy that went in and made the tackle. Of course, one guy held Tyrone up, but the cornerback went in, or linebacker, I should say, went in and just went right at Tyrone's knees, and that's not a safe play. But when you're hitting somebody that big, you just try to hit as low as you can and knock him off his feet.
On the option, Alvin Lee.
He got past him that time.
The pitch. Outside, first down, Derek Yates on his feet. Derek Yates rumbling, stumbling, bumbling down
hanging on to the ball.
About the 21-yard line.
And the key to that play was the pitch.
That's it. Right at the last minute, Alvin Lee being hit, gets the ball loose, and Derek Yates lights the burners. And like I said, he just made that happen.
Somebody held Harry Frank up long enough for Alvin to get to the outside. He cut it upfield. The cornerback was there, made him commit. Then he pitched. He was 5 yards deep when he pitched.
Wow, 22-yard line, folks. 5:09 left. Hammond High looking to advance to the third round of the playoffs. 17-10 is your score. Plenty of time left in this contest. It's not over by any means. Broomfield, Hedgewood, the wide receivers. Cagle in motion, up the middle to the fullback. And not much happening there. The Eunice defense really tightens up.
When they see Tyrone in the ball game, they basically key, and everybody's going to try to go at him.
I know, for you football fans out there that are watching this, you got to have a lot of respect for this Franks kid and this quarterback, VG, for Eunice High. Those are two good athletes. Also, the little running back, Donnie Ballish.
Donnie Ballish and also Jeremy Reed, the number 2.
Oh,
they're a well-balanced attack. They've got a lot of different guys that can do the job.
Crowley must have a heck of a team.
I'll tell you what.
This has been a battle for the Tornadoes all night.
Any way it goes tonight, it's been a great game for fans.
Somebody moved a little
nice
early.
pitch.
Quick pitch to Yates. Yates with a little speed. No flags. Yates, is hit right. And
late hit.
On some more. A little bit of a late hit. And Yates gives the ball to the referee, says, "Thank you, sir."
That's going to knock him there inside the 10 once they tack it on.
Well, the Eunice fans a little quiet here tonight. I think we need to be a little more quiet. We might not get to the van.
Well, if you're Hammond, you would have liked to seen Derek Yates stay in bounds, keep that clock moving. But as it was, he steps out and gets a late hit, so to get a few more yards. But look for him now, maybe to bring in Tyrone Smith and try to pound it in from here. Maybe 3-4 runs right up the middle.
You know, we've been a little bit excited in the broadcast here. We're going to have to calm it down a little bit because the fans are getting real quiet and looking this way.
Everybody, we're the only ones that are really
we're the only ones up here.
Ecstatic.
Yeah. Folks, 4:10 left, 17-10 you score.
We can show a little favoritism now that we're all the way over here in Eunice. When you're at home and there's local teams,
you got to be a little, I don't know. I don't
think we're going to see these people anymore for a while.
Not for a while. I almost need a.
Of course, they've been very hospitable and very good to us.
Oh man, great food in the press box. They make sure we got everything we need when we're here. Here we go, folks. 4:10 left, 17-10 is your score. Alvin Lee settles them down. He looks over the defense. Cagle in motion. Up the middle to the big fullback.
Brashear. He's still on his feet.
And I'll tell you what, Frank is going for the football every play, looking for the strip.
Well, give credit to Hammond High's weight room because Tyrone Smith and Brashears, you're not going to jerk it out of their hands. Two big, strong guys, and Hammond did just what we expected. They went off tackle, Clock's running down. You're under 4 minutes, and if they can punch it in here, and we see Tyrone Smith coming back in with this much time left, I think, you know, with them, Eunice having to throw the ball, they're going to be in trouble.
Oh, definitely. Most definitely. 2nd and goal for the Tornadoes. 3:38 left in this contest. Alvin Lee up the middle.
Oh, nobody's
Tyrone
going to
Smith.
stop him.
Touchdown.
No, nobody's going to stop him.
Big Tyrone Smith up the middle for the touchdown, leaving him in his wake.
260 pounds.
200, and he just gained 10 pounds from the first half. He was 250.
I'm reading it now.
Oh, he's reading it now. Man gained 10 pounds. What did he eat at halftime? Hey,
Well,
folks,
what did he eat at halftime?
I tell you what, great offensive series for the Hammond High Tornadoes, taking control of this contest.
It might be their best offensive series. They took their time and did what they had to do. They ate up clock and they gained ground.
Here we go, Brent Hanna to attempt. And, oh, I'm going to
Just
tell
a
you
little
something.
he's sweet.
You know, if LSU's not looking at this kid, we need to know why.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
with their kickers over there.
Yeah, I mean, they got kickers that can't hit themselves, and if they're not looking at this kid, I don't understand it. Hammond High goes on top, 24-10, 14-point lead with 3:29 left. Desperation pass does not work against the Tornadoes. No way, no how.
No, it's not going to work against the Tornadoes. But back to the kicking theory here. I'm going to tell you right now, Wade Ritchie might be the #3 kicker for Hammond High this year.
Maybe
Hey,
number 3,
hey,
number
you
4.
I might have to agree with that. He's #3. If you go performance against performance, he's #3.
And you know, and not taking anything away from Robeek, okay? But he's the kicking coach. Now, how many coaches have these kids worked with? Kicking coach. Carmen Moore said he just leaves them alone. He's scared to talk to
I
them.
would be too. They keep booting him like that.
Daryl Moore with the wind at his back. Any odds on it going to the end zone?
Even money.
Even money's all you get over here in Eunice, Louisiana. Daryl Moore.
And let's tell you what, there's the big contingency of Eunice.
And they must have that special that goes off at like 10:30 at Shoney's.
Yeah.
Here we go, folks. 40-yard line. Daryl Moore tees it up. He's got a little bit of wind at his back. Oh, my
Oh, I
goodness
don't think there's gonna be
gracious.
anybody back there.
That's it. It goes to the 20. Even money's all you get, right?
That's it.
They got that all you can eat for $7.99 until 10 o'clock at Shoney's here. So
Well,
everybody leaving a little early.
The great contingency here of fans here. I mean, Eunice had thousands of people here, and they're bailing out here with 3:29.
I tell
A
you
little
what,
disappointed, but hey, nevertheless, it's been a great ball game.
Hammond High.
And the
Hammond High doesn't get into this contest really to the beginning of the second half. One of Hammond High supporters being asked to leave this side of the field.
Well, cheerleader, you usually see people walk on each side.
Being escorted. Here we go, folks. Wide receivers high and low.
Wait, now we're going to see their
slot.
first real passing game where they have to throw more than once.
Beachy
No, they're going to
up
run
the
it.
middle to the big fullback, and he's not going anywhere there.
Bosch picked up about 2.
Clock is running with 3:20, folks.
I'm going to tell you what.
A game of big plays for Hammond
Well, it's
High.
always throughout the whole year it's been like that. You know.
Confidence, though.
Yeah.
You got to have confidence in a big play.
Watch this.
Uh-oh.
Nice play.
Nice catch. I tell
Now
you what,
that's something
great
we
athlete.
hadn't seen. What they did right here, they sent 3 receivers in the same area and split the seam. Kind of San Francisco 49er play right there, and they just went and split
From
the
the
seam.
West Coast to Eunice.
That's right. They found them in a man-to-man.
First down for Eunice. Veach, 2-step drop, looking for the quick hitter.
Oh,
in and out of the
Scooter.
hands of Scooter.
You know, if Hammond High can hang on and win this game, and I say if they can hang on, because you never know what will happen in a game like this with this much emotion and this good of an offensive opponent, they ought to be very lucky to travel all the way over here in this hostile environment and face a team of this quality, probably the best team they played all year, in my opinion, or as a well-rounded team, and come out victorious. if
And
they can.
mostly coaching adjustments took care of the defense quickly. Up the middle on the draw play, ball on the ground. Hammond High with the football, it looks like. I thought I saw some green right at the last.
The Tornadoes got it and then dropped it, so I think they lost it there, and Eunice will retain.
2:46 left to go. So, I don't know, Hammond High comes up with it, but they're going to give it to Eunice.
It's down again.
Weight room again. And it looks like the offensive lineman that covered the ball also might have lost a kidney.
Yeah.
He's holding his back. He's injured. VG rolling out. No one particular in mind.
Nice pass. And that's where we talk about his arm. Good catch right there by Armando Truitt.
You watched a lot of quarterbacks, both of you. This kid has a smooth delivery after he sets.
You know, the problem is they're facing this Hammond High.
The best defensive backfield in the state.
Without a doubt. And they probably hadn't utilized as much. Oh, Tornadoes.
Number 60 jumps off sides. They might have had too many men on the field. And he was trying to get to the sideline.
They made a change, and he wasn't aware of it.
That's okay. Emotions running high.
You know, you really haven't seen the ability here of VG because of the team he's playing here. But if we see him under different circumstances,
they're going to make any quarterback look awkward.
Yeah, but this guy,
not bad, but awkward.
Like I said, I saw Major Applewhite last night, and me and Daryl heard on the way over here. He committed to Texas A&M, and this kid is just as good or better. I think he's got a better arm.
And playing a better backfield than Applewhite was playing last night. VG, 2 steps. Nice little hook-in pattern to number 23. Breaks. Oh, my goodness.
Dykes.
The
only junior in that defensive backfield.
He kind of introduced himself a little rudely. And I guess when the guy gets back, said, I hope he doesn't throw it to me again.
Hey, but this Eunice team isn't giving up. They're close to putting the points on the board here.
Eunice with the football at about the 27-yard line. First down and 10, 2:14, 24-10 is your score. Eunice wanted to put some points on the board. Vici looking against Fred Booker. He'll throw in and out of the hands of Booker, and Booker had the position. Good position on the
closing speed again.
Oh, wide receiver didn't have a shot.
You know, they're not going to have a shot going man-to-man with Fred Booker. He was all over him like that. And if you're Eunice right now, you're trying to score quickly, and you're going to come back with the onside. So if I'm Hammond, I'm not going to feel too easy right here until I get them shut down here, 2nd and long.
You know what Booker did on that? If you notice, he was running about 2 steps behind the receiver, saw the football in the air, and closed it immediately.
Well, that's what he did because, you know, he's just done it over and over. He's that confident in his foot and his speed.
On the wing-back counter to number 13, Boschel.
Looks like roughing, and guess who? Number 36, Rock West. Once again, they're roughing, standing him up. Scott
Higgs also on the tackle. Folks, our sponsors, once again, I want to thank them all of the sponsors for tonight. We do appreciate it. We'll try to get a word with Carmen Moore after this contest. 1:47 left to go in the football game. Vici sets up, tries to set up a screen, can't get it to the receiver. He was I'll tell you what, he was looking downfield for receivers before he opted off of that.
Well, I think that's what the call was. He was shaking him off and trying to set up the screen over there to Reed.
You know what, I noticed when he drops back with the football, Benny, he drops back with the confidence. He's not looking at one receiver. No. He's got 2 receivers or 3 receivers he's looking at, where most time in high school, when you drop back, you're looking for your one guy. Here we go, 4th down, folks, 1:39 left. 4th down, call it 9 from about the 26. Veeds with the football. He'll roll out to the near side. He'll crank it downfield and intercepted by Scooter Robinson at the 10. Ball game.
Well, one good thing about this Shawnee special will be less people for us to have to wade through after this ball game on the way to the car.
Folks, the Hammond High Tornadoes stumbled a little bit in the first quarter, made the adjustments they needed to make, but have played a good football team. I mean, the 14-point lead by the Tornadoes, not an indication of the score, because I do believe that Eunice could have had a couple of extra scores here.
They stopped them when they had to. When they got in the red zone, they made the stops. But this is without a doubt. I've seen every one of the games. I mean, they didn't play up to par as good as they could have against Covington. This is the best team they played all year.
And you got to be confident getting out of here with a 14-point lead. Alvin Lee, he'll go with the I formation.
He's just going to sit on it.
He's just going to sit on it with 1:32 and let Daryl Moore kick for you. Alvin Lee takes a knee. All right, guys, how do they match up against next week? What are we looking at?
Well, we're looking at the Wassman Leesville winner. And it's probably either way it's tough.
Hammond.
Yes, Hammond's on the bottom, so either way we're gonna play at Hammond, and that means Wassman is always. I mean, I've watched them back. They always made it to the Dome in years past, and always got beat because they ran into Curtis. but they're very talented, very good. You know, that area of the state, that west, you know, that Monroe area has always got great athletes.
Well, you got to look at one thing too. They've got a long drive. They've got a 5-hour drive to come to Hammond High. Strawberry Stadium gives you points. It gives you points if you're.
Well, the Tornadoes you always give them an extra 7 this year when they play at home, because when they're at home, they just seem to play better.
That's like the Saints. They renamed them the Possums. You heard about that, huh? What was that?
No, tell me why.
No, I'm not gonna say. Well,
look, Coach Stantz came on the field, told his guys, look, don't worry about it. If they ridicule you, give you a hard time, just kneel on it, and we'll get out of here after, you know, a couple more. Well,
the reason why they call the Saints the Possum is because they play dead at home and get killed on the road. Here we go, folks. The Hammond High Tornadoes with 1:09 left and the clock ticking. 3rd down. We'll call it about 12 to go for the first. They're going to let that play clock tick down as much as they can. And here we go. Alvin Lee will bring him up. He'll watch the play clock. He'll let it tick. Play clock with 13, real clock with 47. 3rd down. Alvin Lee calls for the football. And somebody moved somewhere. We'll see what's
all sides against Eunice.
Procedure.
No, Hammond.
So 39 seconds left to go. They're putting Daryl Moore in kind of a position to have to kick out of the end zone.
Safety.
He'll walk it out the backside.
They did it in Covington only up 4, so I believe they'll do it here up 14.
So if they got to, they'll take the safety. Daryl Moore will get the snap and just step it out of bounds, but this gives them 3rd down over again with 39 seconds, gives them a new play clock at 25. So they get a new play clock at 25 with 39 seconds left on the clock. 24-10 is your score.
They won't start the clock.
They won't start the clock until they snap the ball.
You know, the Hammond High team showing some composure here.
Yes, they are. And the clock is still stopped. Here we go, folks. Alvin Lee will call for the football. And he'll take a knee. And looks like a little scrapping, little chicken fighting out there in the middle of the field. And I tell you, chicken fight with that Hammond line,
these referees are taking control of the game. Well, they're ejecting a player here. A little frustration on the nose guard, number 73.
You chicken fight with the Tornadoes, you're going to lose a drumstick. I guarantee you, somewhere up and down the line, you're going to lose one part of the wing, the drumstick, something. So, folks,
Coach Carmen Moore.
Coach Carmen Moore coming out.
Tornadoes are staying intact.
Coach Moore comes out, calms them down, and believe me, that's one thing he can do is take control of a football team. He comes out and has a talk. The entire coaching staff for the Bobcats out on the field at this time.
Run the clock.
And even some of the Bobcats coaches talking to the Hammond High Tornadoes.
Well, you know, this Eunice team was 9-0, ranked ahead of Hammond High going into last week, ranked 3rd. They lost to Crowley in the championship of that district.
Dropped them to 7. Yeah.
And dropped them to 7. They've had a basically a picture-perfect team year until this. Coaches, great class here with the coaches. He's going to go ahead and concede, walk over.
Go ahead, concede, and run the clock down, folks.
Go ahead, we'll let you run it down. That's great gesture by the coaches.
And
they show a little class.
Yes, it is. Very classy team. I tell you what, Eunice just a great football team.
I've never been here. I don't know if I'll ever be back. But I tell you what, it's a nice little town. Great hospitality here. The people were really nice. And
I hope we don't see them again next year.
No, I tell you what, you don't want to play them too many times.
Well, folks, we're going to get a word with Coach Carmen Moore. We'll be back in just a moment. 24-10, your final score. Coach Carmen Moore joins us. Coach, this was a tough football team.
Well, they're as good as we thought they were, and man, they came out in the beginning and punched it right in the end zone. But you know, they had 3 chances to score in the first half and scored once. We had 1 chance to score and scored that one time, and I just felt like we were stronger. I watched our guys put on the push at the line of scrimmage, and I thought we were stronger. I told them at halftime, I said the weight room is going to win this ball game for us because you've been in there for 2 years, and you're going to do a better job. And they did.
Did did you expect to see the talent in their quarterback that you saw?
Oh, yeah. Man, he's a great player. I knew that coming in. He threw for 1,000 yards this year, and, he's very poised and threw the ball very well. But I thought our pass coverage was very good against a good quarterback.
Alvin Lee, in the first half, they shut him down. They didn't give him that quick turn in around the corner. Second half, you seemed to open up. What type of adjustments did you make?
Well, we knew that they were trying to take away outside stuff. And so we tried to do some more things inside, and we pounded a little bit with John Machias and Tyrone, and then it sort of opened up a little bit, and then Alvin made a big play when he ran the ball down in there. That was a big play, and Fred Booker made a great block. And our guys just find a way to win. I mean, I tell you, I'm very happy for my guys, and boy, what a great crowd for Hammond. I mean, was that awesome? And it was just a big win for us. And
biggest challenge of the year, because you had to come to Eunice, Louisiana, and play a team that was ranked above you beginning of the year.
Yeah, well, all the rankings at the beginning doesn't matter. The rankings at the end is what it's all about. But we played a good team, and we beat a good team, and that's a pretty good gauge for our guys. I'm very proud of them.
Coach Trosclair showing a lot of class at the end, down in the end zone, said, let's just run the clock and get this thing over with. Because this was an emotional game at the end.
It was a smart move, and both kids were, both groups were emotional, and it was good. That was very classy on his part, and I appreciate that very much.
Thanksgiving next week, a short week of practice. You got to get ready for Leesville or Wasman.
It's not going to be short for us. We're going to practice every day.
They eat the turkey and come to practice?
Yeah, we're going to practice every day. We'll go up there at 2 and each day, and we'll probably go up there early on Thursday to work. But we got to practice every day.
The kids down 7 points all the way through the first half. They showed a lot of composure, these young men, and your coaching staff.
Well, I told our guys, keep you cool. This is what we worked hard for, and just keep you cool. I said we're playing a good team on the road, and we're playing really well right now. And I said the weight room will win it for us in the second half, and we played strong in the second half.
Coach, I know you want to be with your team. Congratulations. We'll see you possibly in Hammond next week.
Well, if Wasman wins tonight, then we would play Wasman at home. If Leesville wins, then we would have to travel to Leesville, I think. I'm not sure about that. We felt like Wasman was probably maybe a better team based on what we heard. And if that's the case, then we would have them at home Friday night.
You got to appreciate the busloads of fans. I know you do.
Boy, they have been so great all year long. And when our guys came down here to go through the goalposts at the beginning of the game and at halftime, and this big old rascal, he's awesome, man. I'll tell you, he got an unbelievable appetite. But hey, these guys are doing good. Reggie's coming off a bad leg and did a great job. And,
folks, obviously an excited Hammond High football team here in Eunice tonight. Benny Latina and Daryl Smith join me. Guys, you said that the Hammond High Tornadoes speed would prove it at the end, and it did.
Well, they just kept, you give anybody with that many good athletes, the Tornadoes, that many chances, and sooner or later they're going to find a hole or a niche and they're going to break one, and they did that. And then they got themselves together and played good control offense, and they were clearly the team with better athletes 1 through 22. The other team, they beat a great team tonight.
Daryl, if you're Leesville or Wasman and you've got to watch the film on Hammond High, you watch this first offensive series, you see Eunice do something that hadn't been done to Hammond all year.
Yeah, they did do something that Hammond hasn't been stopped that quickly all year. But if you're looking at Hammond, you've got to look at, hey, they came to Eunice, and the one word that comes to mind to me is character. It would have been very easy for them to roll over and play dead when they got down a touchdown and they're driving that second series to score again. But Hammond didn't quit. They held their poise, and it tells a lot about Carmen Moore and what his staff's done for this team.
Now, we don't know for sure who the matchup will be next week. We do know this, that Wasman probably would be the favorite going in.
I don't think there's any doubt. Leesville is a wild card team. Even though they were a state finalist last year, they were a senior-laden team. They lost a lot of players. And they're a wild card team, won the first round. Wasman, always a powerhouse.
You see them in the dome a lot.
They're always there. I mean, every couple of years they're there. They've just been knocked around in the championship by Curtis and a few other teams like that. But they're always a good team. They got to travel a long ways to Hammond and play the Tornadoes in Strawberry Stadium, where they've been exceptional this year.
Well, folks, it's going to be from Hammond High possibly next week. We'll know probably tomorrow morning. We appreciate you watching Channel 17 and broadcast of football. We appreciate all the sponsors. For Benny Latina, Daryl Smith, our cameraman Butch Lee, I'm Ron Gotro. We'll see you from Hammond High or Leesville next week. See you then.
Lions on top.